It's Monday, March the 6th, 2017, and this is your Barbados Today evening update. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Thanks for joining us. Topping the news at this hour, Barbados will soon have a new protocol in place that applies a comprehensive solution to reducing the mind-boggling 200 amputations here per year. Chief Executive Officer of the Barbados-based Maria Holder Diabetes Center for the Caribbean, Callie Boyer, told stakeholders this morning that the Maria Holder Memorial Trust donation of 11 vascular Doppler foot scanning machines to government was just a small part of the proposed project. Boyer said the trust had already started work on the protocol and was looking to collaborate with the surgical department at the Queen Elizabeth Hospital in devising a national approach to foot care.
Putting it to the Minister and the Ministry of Health that with the approval of the Ministry, we at the Center are ready to develop the relevant protocol that will link all of the healthcare providers in reducing amputations. There needs to be a protocol. And we are prepared to do that. We have actually started work on that, and it's a matter of working now with the QEH to try and, but obviously we will need the support of the Ministry of Health to make this happen. And I'm bold enough to say we are prepared to take the lead.
And Minister of Health John Boyce said that even though diabetes was one of the greatest financial burdens facing the government, he assured that its preventative program would be scaled up.
Given the high prevalence of diabetes in our population, the diabetic foot is one of the major life-threatening complications of the disease and is now one of the major public health burdens of our time. The Ministry of Health, through its Diabetic Foot Care Committee, will continue to improve diabetic foot care through client education, improved surveillance, and training of healthcare professionals. In addition, we will continue to scale up our diabetes prevention clinics and non-communicable disease clinics within our primary care settings.
It was revealed that since its opening in 2014, some 600 patients had been managed by the Maria Holder Diabetes Center of the Caribbean through referrals from the various polyclinics across the island. The discretionary powers of the Central Bank Governor and the Minister of Finance to print money will be taken away. That's what the opposition Barbados Labour Party says it would do if it is to return to government at the next general elections, constitutionally due next year. Noting that this is a new BLP policy position, MP for St. James Central Kerry Simmons told a branch meeting of his constituency at the Hoyts Village office last night that a new Labour Party government would give Parliament the final say in any decision to print money.
There are also some things that we can say now by way of policy. And I want to tell you tonight that we have determined as a political party that the Barbados Labour Party, when elected, so I have no doubt that that election time will come, but the Barbados Labour Party, when elected, will end the arbitrary and discretionary power of either Minister of Finance or a governor of the central bank to print money without first seeking the approval of Parliament. It must come to an end. It must never happen again in Barbados. So that arbitrary and discretionary abuse by a central bank governor and a Minister of Finance acting hand in glove with one another must now be subjected to a rein to rein it in and make sure that Parliament now has oversight. That this can't be a runaway way of financing government expenditure. Run down an economy and then ask a whole set of people, a whole nation, to cover under the weight, crumble under the weight, lose their homes, can't send their children to school, can't look after their health and well-being as the word, can't reinvest in fixing their houses and property that they work hard to accumulate because a government has been reckless in the way in which it has managed the affairs of the country.
The unusual outpouring of grief over a lost relative may not be as evident at this time among family members of the St. James man who died on the spot following a road accident along Westmoreland Road, St. James last night. 48-year-old Anderson DeCosta Joseph and his 5-year-old son Nazaria of Westmoreland were, according to police reports, attempting to cross the road when they were struck by a car. While Joseph died at the scene, his son was taken to hospital complaining of pain to his hands and head. In a very terse comment, Joseph's father, Sylvester Drakes, would only say his son was easygoing and quiet. The dead man's other close relatives preferred to stay clear of saying anything at all, noting that their relationship was one of alienation. Barbados Today learned very little else about Joseph from his friends when a team visited the Love Rock, a liming spot which Joseph helped to found. In sport, Manchester United's Sultan Ibrahimovic and Bournemouth's defender Tyrone Mings have been charged with violent conduct by the Football Association. The pair clashed during a 1-1 draw between their sides on Saturday when Mings landed on the United forward's head with his studs. Moments later, Ibrahimovic caught Mings in the face with his elbow at a corner. Both players have until 4 p.m. tomorrow to reply to the charge. If either one was found guilty, he could be slapped with a 3-match ban.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Let me step up, Corey fed up. And we marching now, Corey fed up.
I am ready to march. Every day there is another issue that this government doesn't know how to solve. They keep piling on the taxes, but yet taking away your benefits. The roads, the water problems, the garbage pileups, the downgrades, the Prime Minister's silence. I am just fed up and ready to march.
Fed up of them? Then step up if you're fed up. March 11th from Jubilee Gardens. The march starts at 4 p.m.
Get your paper. Only $2.25, $2.20. Who? For what? That's Bear Stale News. I don't read about that on Barbados Today since last night. That y'all only care do. $2.20. Who?
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
We're back with news from the region now. A convicted Trinidadian fraudster has been ordered to pay back hundreds of thousands of dollars he owes to 2 hotel establishments in Guyana or face time in local jail. He is also to be deported. Javon Vickery has more.
The man, Anthony Nestor, last week denied the allegation. He claimed that he's Guyanese by birth. That information led to the decision to put the trial on hold to allow the police time to ascertain the man's nationality. But on Friday, the police confirmed that Nestor was born in the Twin Island Republic, refuting his claim of being Guyanese. Magistrate Judy Lachman found Nestor guilty of the charge of incurring debt by false pretense. He was ordered to pay a fine of $100,000 in addition to paying his $260,824 debt he incurred at Bransville Hotel. If the requirements can't be met, Nestor will then have to spend 36 months in jail before he's deported back to Trinidad and Tobago.
And on the international scene, President Donald Trump has signed a new executive order placing a 90-day ban on people from 6 mainly Muslim nations. Iraq, which was covered in the previous 7-nation order, has been removed from the new one after agreeing additional visa vetting measures. The directive, which includes a 120-day ban on all refugees, takes effect on March the 16th. Now, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson said Trump was exercising his rightful authority to keep Americans safe.
The executive order signed by the President earlier today, protecting the nation from foreign terrorist entry into the United States, is a vital measure for strengthening our national security. It is the President's solemn duty to protect the American people. And with this order, President Trump is exercising his rightful authority to keep our people safe. As threats to our security continue to evolve and change, common sense dictates that we continually reevaluate and reassess the systems we rely upon to protect our country. While no system can be made completely infallible, the American people can have high confidence we are identifying ways to improve the vetting process and thus keep terrorists from entering our country. To our allies and partners around the world, please understand this order is part of our ongoing efforts to eliminate vulnerabilities that radical Islamist terrorists can and will exploit for destructive ends. The State Department will coordinate with other federal agencies and implement these temporary restrictions in an orderly manner.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. Now, we are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, our screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic evening.